I legitimately, I couldn't believe that episode 7 of The Acolyte was this bad. I honestly, I couldn't believe what we all, however many of us watched this episode of The Acolyte, witnessed. Star Wars posts on Twitter, the truth will be revealed. Episode 7, The Acolyte, a Star Wars original series, now streaming. What truth is revealed? There was nothing in this episode that we didn't know was going to happen that actually happened. Everything played out pretty much as we all had foreseen 6 episodes ago. It's just baffling to me how they thought that this episode, that this show was smarter than all of the people watching it. And you know, here's the thing, and I've said this time and time again, even if you're not clever at writing twists or, you know, big shocking moments, at least make the show entertaining. So even if it's not shocking, even if it's not, you know, holy crap, what a twist, at least it's entertaining. This show has been anything but entertaining to this point. And to me, I think that's the biggest problem with this show. I mean, the fact that we had to, in this episode, relive the third episode of this show all over again. Oy vey. I mean, come on. The third episode was horrendous. That was the introduction to the space witches, the lesbian witches of Star Wars. You know, there was a scene even in this episode where Carrie-Anne Moss's Jedi, I don't even remember her name because it doesn't matter, but she's like, I'm going to go in and go in alone and talk to them. And Soul is like, oh, we should do this as a team. And she's like, well, there's 50 women. Like, it's 50 women and only 2 children. Like, whoa, big whoop. Like, what are you going to do? And Soul's like, well, it's witches. We should do this as a team. And she's like, okay, we do this together. But even that moment, she makes it like, it's just women. Like, what? And just women. Like, does this show know what it's trying to do? I thought this show was all about women empowerment. Strong women empowerment in this show. Yet, she shrugged off the whole idea that, oh, it's just 50 women in this coven. Who cares? I can handle them. Like, I mean, come on. Like, but later on, we'll get to that because it's kind of humorous. You know, it continues on. You know, the what is it? Jedi not Tiberius. What's his name? I don't know. Tobin. Tobin? I don't know what his name is. Again, these characters don't matter because this show doesn't matter. But, you know, they constantly make the Jedi to be bad, to be evil. And they show that scene that was in the third chapter, the third, whatever you want to call it, where he gets corrupted and his mind gets taken over and he kind of falls down to his knees. But they showcase this yet again, showing a weak white male being taken over by a woman. But the crazy thing is, where is it at here? Is it this one here? No. I can't find it. I had it here. But I want to know, why did he kill himself? This episode shows no reason why he feels so bad about what happened on this planet that he had to kill himself. What did he do that he feels so bad about himself that he had to off himself? Absolutely nothing. There's nothing that he did in this entirety of this story that he wronged May, that he wronged Osha, that he wronged the witches. He did nothing wrong. All he wanted to do was get back to Coruscant. All he wanted to do was stop doing this stupid search on this planet. Why? Because he was a young Padawan who just felt this mission was stupid. Like, come on. Like, oh my goodness, this show is so bad. And it just keeps getting worse. You know, Neurotic reposted a tweet from Grace Randolph, who, as he says, an accurate take from Grace, the end is nigh, because she goes, oh man, that was awful. And it is true. This episode was horrendous, was quite possibly the worst episode that we have ever seen. And this scene here takes the cake. It absolutely takes the cake. And I kind of want to show this here. I mean, I don't want to get copyrighted or anything, but just take a look.
Indara leaps in, takes the Wookiee down, and hovers
Moss
her open hand over
Windu
his
comes
temple.
in. Now, this whole time, the Chewbacca, not Chewbacca. You see a Wookiee, you think Chewbacca. The Wookiee Jedi was mind controlled by the Space Witch and was fighting the Jedi. Okay, could have been cool, wasn't all that cool. It really wasn't. She has to come in and take over her mind, or take over his mind to bring him back. Now, it wasn't just one Space Witch that was taking over his mind, though. We see that it was all of the Space Witches, all of these lesbian Space Witches were controlling his mind. So she goes into his mind, and in the span of like 30 seconds less,
Soul
like
catches his
6
breath.
seconds, takes over his mind and goes into his mind.
Indara
Look.
closes her eyes with intense focus.
Oh
Meanwhile,
man,
the witches
oh man,
maintain their
oh geez,
spell.
oh geez.
Her
Okay,
face
here's all the
tensed,
witches.
Indara purses her
Oh,
lips
the
and
music
turns
is
her head to
suspenseful.
one
It's so
side.
suspenseful.
The
Oh!
witches all collapse into a lifeless heap. Indara's eyes then
Oh my goodness, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh man. It is her, oh my goodness. Look at that. Look, I gotta go back. Watch how they die.
side.
Watch.
the witches all
Oh!
collapse into a lifeless heap.
It is horrendous. It is the most ridiculous thing I think I have ever seen in Star Wars. At least Jar Jar was meant to be funny. So that ridiculousness was supposed to be ridiculous. It was supposed to look dumb. But this was supposed to be a serious emotional death scene for these witches. How could a Jedi kill these witches like she's doing? Oh my goodness. But it looks this bad. This is pathetic. This is absolutely pathetic. It is terrible. And, I have to keep going back to this show has $180 million budget, over $22 million per episode. And you see a scene like this. You see a scene that looks just like this. Come on now. Come on. Look... And everything. If you see the speeder bike scenes in this episode, because they go on speeder bikes multiple times, it looks like crap. Look at the speeder bike moments in Return of the Jedi, filmed back in 1982. Look far superior than what it looks like in this show. That is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. $180 million in 2024, and you cannot make it look as good as Return of the Jedi. That is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And then continue with the story. You find out that the twins aren't actually twins. They're the same person, just separated. And that's what they're trying to say. So they're not twins. They're the same person. They were just separated in some form or fashion. Thus, started to even hurt the story of the Chosen One and Anakin even more. It's getting out of hand is what is happening. I mean, it's just every little thing that they do with this show is more and more making it worse and worse for Star Wars. It's just so bad. I was going on Twitter here and I saw this tweet here and he sums it up perfectly. Shad M. Brooks. He goes, how can the Acolyte keep getting worse? I kid you not. Episode 7 is some of the dumbest television I've ever watched. The Jedi Padawan is willing to kidnap children, break his oaths, be tempted by the dark side. It's not the Padawan. I think he's talking about Soul here. He's not a Padawan. all to knock off work a little early. Not kidding, it's that dumb. He just wants to go home, even though he'll be going home anyway a little later. But going home early, that's enough for him to fall to the dark side temptation. A Jedi tries to save 2 girls by using the Force to hold up the collapsing bridge. That's right. A Jedi tries to save 2 girls by using the Force to hold up the collapsing bridge they are standing on. Instead of using the Force to just simply grab the 2 girls, he could have. So there's that scene that was in episode 3. We see it there, and we see it here again with the collapsing bridge. He could have just grabbed the 2 girls much lighter and pulled them to him, but he saves Osha and not May. Hilarious. It's ridiculous, and you see it's even more ridiculous in this episode. The Jedi spend 7 weeks, they were on this planet for 7 weeks searching a planet. They didn't even notice a giant building, a huge mining building sitting on a mountain in the open that was literally a walk, maybe not a walk, but not very far from their camp. Pathetic. Like this show, this writing, everything about it is so bad. The lesbian space mom doesn't want her daughters to go with the Jedi, but instead of telling the daughter no or saying no to the Jedi, she convinces the sister to go on a murderous rampage. That's exactly what happens. The other mother, not the black one, but the I can't remember the species name, but the one with the horns on her head. I can't remember the name right now because I'm just. She literally tells her to go kill people, go kill the Jedi, go on a murderous rampage, so much so that she goes and tries to kill her own sister. This show is so bad. Soul feels bad for killing a lesbian space witch who was turning into a dark side Force smoke demon right in front of him. The one lesbian witch was turning into a smoke demon, literally going to take May. She was going to she was turning into this Force demon to basically encapsulate May, bring May into her. And Soul kills her to save May, and he feels bad for that. Like, come on, you saved a child's life from a dark Force demon witch. I commend you for that, Soul. You should not feel bad for that. This show, guys, I tell you, they made the Jedi bad again. Stop making the Jedi bad. I don't know what else to tell you. Stop it. I know I was a big proponent behind, let's make a show about the bad guys. I get it. But you don't have to make the Jedi bad. You still make the Jedi good. The Jedi are always good. You don't make them bad, but you are specifically making them bad and making them look like idiots, and it's ridiculous, and it's old, and it's played out. I don't know. Did you watch episode 7? What do you think about episode 7? Was it as bad as you think? Let me know in the comments below. With all that said, I'll catch you all later.